It's a beautiful morning in the neighborhood. Okay, Nix, go to the bathroom. And off he goes, racing through the neighborhood until he finds the perfect spot.
Welcome to Yoldai's Pet Corner.
What do Australia and Disney have in common? They both have Kanga and Roo. Except in Australia, the Roos are real. And the babies are called Joeys. And trust me, kangaroos are way stranger and more impressive than cartoons ever showed us. Join me as we explore one of the most iconic animals on Earth, Australia's kangaroos. These creatures are more than just a national symbol. They are a testament to the power of evolution in isolation. By the end of this video, you'll understand why kangaroos aren't just jumpy animals. They're biological masterpieces that evolved solutions no other mammal did. We'll uncover the secrets behind their incredible efficiency, their surprising social structures, and their unique reproductive strategies. And yes, the baby story alone sounds completely fake, but it's 100% real. To truly appreciate the kangaroo, we must first understand its home. Australia, a continent adrift, an evolutionary island separated from the rest of the world for over 45 million years. This long isolation created a unique biological laboratory. Here, life took a different path. Kangaroos are found only in Australia and on a few nearby islands, a range that underscores their special evolutionary journey. They evolved here in isolation for millions of years, which allowed some truly wild adaptations to take shape. Without the placental mammals that dominate other continents, marsupials like the kangaroo diversified to fill almost every ecological niche. This evolutionary crucible forged odd, brilliant solutions to the challenges of survival in one of the world's harshest lands. Australia's landscapes are a study in extremes. Arid deserts where temperatures soar and water is scarce, endless grasslands that stretch to the horizon, and open woodlands, a mosaic of trees and open space. Kangaroos didn't just survive these environments, they mastered them. From the sun-blasted deserts to the lush coastal forests, they thrive where few other large mammals can. In the chapters to come, we won't just repeat the basics. We'll dive deep into what makes kangaroos uniquely efficient, astonishingly resilient, and one of the greatest success stories in the animal kingdom. While the kangaroo is a singular icon of Australia, it's not a single animal. The term actually covers 4 distinct, large species, each a master of its own domain, sculpted by the continent's vastly different climates and landscapes. They are the 4 headliners in a much larger family of macropods, or big feet. Each one showcases a unique evolutionary strategy, a different answer to the question of how to thrive in Australia. From the scorched red heart of the continent to the lush, populated coastlines, these 4 kangaroos represent the pinnacle of marsupial adaptation. Let's meet the cast. First, the undisputed king, the red kangaroo. This is the largest marsupial on the entire planet. A dominant male, or boomer, can stand over 6 feet tall and weigh nearly 200 pounds, a true giant of the animal kingdom. They are the masters of Australia's arid interior, a landscape of punishing heat and scarce resources. Their iconic reddish-brown coat helps them blend into the rust-colored earth, and they've developed remarkable strategies to survive the heat, like seeking shade during the day and licking their forearms to cool their blood. They are engines of efficiency, their powerful legs and tendon-spring locomotion allowing them to cover vast distances in search of food and water with minimal energy expenditure. When you picture the quintessential outback survivor, you are picturing the red kangaroo. Next, we move to the more fertile eastern coast to meet the eastern gray kangaroo. While not as large as the red, it is the most numerous and the one most people are likely to encounter. These are highly social animals, often found in large groups called mobs, grazing in open woodlands and grasslands. Their soft, gray-brown fur gives them their name, and their temperament is generally more placid than their desert cousins. The eastern gray is a testament to adaptability. They have proven remarkably comfortable living alongside humans, often seen on golf courses, in parks, and on the fringes of suburban areas. Their success in these changing landscapes makes them a familiar and beloved sight along Australia's most populated corridor. Journeying to the south and west, we find its close relative, the western grey kangaroo. At first glance, it looks very similar to its eastern counterpart, but it is a distinct species built for a tougher environment. It inhabits a wide range of habitats, from dense forests and coastal heathlands to the semi-arid woodlands bordering the desert. They are distinguished by their darker, brownish-gray fur and often have darker markings around their head. The key difference lies in their metabolism. The western grey is adapted to the drier, less predictable conditions of southern and western Australia, able to survive on tougher vegetation. They are a bridge between the lush east and the arid center, showcasing a rugged persistence that defines the continent's southern half. Finally, we head to the tropical north, a land of monsoonal rains and vast savannas. Here lives the antilopine kangaroo. Named for its antelope-like grace and slender build, this species is uniquely tuned to the rhythms of the wet and dry seasons. They are more gregarious than other kangaroos, sometimes forming huge groups. Their build is lighter and more streamlined, an adaptation for speed and agility in the open grasslands of the top end. Unlike their southern relatives, they face a climate of extremes, from torrential downpours to parched drought. Their presence in this unique tropical environment completes the continental picture of kangaroo diversity. 4 distinct species, 4 different Australias, each one a masterpiece of evolution, from their physical form to their social behavior. Yet, they are all united by the same elegant, powerful, and uniquely Australian physics of the hop. These are just the largest members of the family. Dozens of smaller relatives like wallabies and wallaroos fill every other available niche. Now that our headline cast is set, let's witness how a new life begins in this remarkable family. A story that sounds like science fiction, but is 100% biological fact. Now, we arrive at the part of the kangaroo story that sounds like it was borrowed from a science fiction novel. This is where things get truly wild. Forget everything you thought you knew about how mammals have babies. The kangaroo reproductive strategy is so unique, so finely tuned, and so utterly bizarre that it stands as one of the greatest marvels of the natural world. It's a system that has allowed them to conquer one of the most unpredictable continents on Earth, and it all begins with a birth that defies expectations. After a remarkably short gestation period of only about 30 to 36 days, a mother kangaroo gives birth. But the creature that emerges is almost unrecognizable as a kangaroo. It is impossibly small, about the size of a jellybean, weighing less than a single gram. It is little more than a pink, translucent embryo, completely blind, with no fur, and only partially developed hind legs. Its front limbs, however, are surprisingly well developed, equipped with tiny, sharp claws. These claws are not for show. They are the essential tools for the most perilous journey of its life, a journey it must undertake just moments after being born. Unaided and unguided, this minuscule newborn begins an epic crawl. Its destination is the mother's pouch, a warm, safe haven several inches away, a monumental distance for a creature so small. The mother often helps by licking a path in her fur, but she cannot physically lift or guide her offspring. The joey is completely on its own, driven by pure, unadulterated instinct. Millimeter by millimeter, it pulls itself upward through a dense forest of fur, a blind pilgrim on a sacred quest. This 3-minute trek is a life-or-death struggle. Any fall or misstep means certain doom. It is the ultimate test of survival, passed down through millions of years of evolution. Upon successfully reaching the pouch, the exhausted joey's work is still not done. It must locate one of the 4 teats inside. Once it latches on, a remarkable biological mechanism kicks in. The teat swells within the joey's mouth, locking it firmly in place. For the next several months, this is its permanent, life-sustaining anchor. The pouch becomes its entire world, an external womb where it can safely continue its development. Weeks turn into months. Inside the dark, warm pouch, the tiny embryo transforms. Eyes that were once sealed shut, open. A fine coat of fur begins to sprout, and its once stubby limbs strengthen and grow, preparing it for a life of hopping. And here is where the kangaroo's reproductive strategy reveals its true genius, a superpower that seems to defy biology. A mother kangaroo can be a one-stop nursery for multiple children of different ages, all at the same time. She can have an older joey that has started to leave the pouch, a younger joey permanently attached to a teat inside, and a dormant embryo waiting in her uterus. To support this, her body performs an incredible feat of lactation. Yes, one kangaroo mom can produce different types of milk from different teats simultaneously. For the tiny developing newborn, one teat will secrete a thin, carbohydrate-rich, antibody-packed milk. For the older, more developed joey, another teat will produce a thick, high-fat, high-protein milk to fuel its energetic explorations. That's not a joke. That's peer-reviewed biology, a customized catering service that no other mammal can replicate. But evolution wasn't finished optimizing. Kangaroos evolved in Australia, a continent of extremes, of brutal droughts and sudden floods. To survive, they needed one more trick up their sleeve: embryonic diapause. This is the ability to press pause on a pregnancy. If a mother gives birth but environmental conditions turn harsh, like a sudden drought that withers all the food, her body can halt the development of another fertilized egg in her uterus. This embryo will remain in a state of suspended animation, waiting. It will not resume development until the older joey either leaves the pouch for good or perishes. As soon as the pouch becomes available, a signal is sent, and the dormant embryo awakens, continuing its journey to be born. This incredible system, the external womb, the programmable nursery, the on-demand milk factory, and the pause button pregnancy, is evolution, optimized. It ensures that the mother invests her energy only when conditions are right, maximizing the chances of her offspring's survival in an unpredictable world. It is a reproductive assembly line, a biological masterpiece that has allowed kangaroos to thrive for millions of years. From a jellybean-sized embryo to a powerful, bounding icon of the Australian outback, the life of a joey is nothing short of a miracle. Oh, I hear my dog Nix coming. Hi, Nix.
Hi, Dad. I love your stories. And if you at home enjoy them too, please, pretty please hit like and subscribe. It makes me so happy.
Thanks, Nix. And welcome back. And we're about to hit the most unbelievable kangaroo fact of all. Kangaroo movement. Why hopping is genius. Kangaroos don't hop because it looks cool. They hop because it's energy efficient. Tendons store elastic energy. Faster hopping costs less energy. Tail acts as a fifth limb when walking. At high speeds, a kangaroo uses less energy than a running dog of the same size. Evolution didn't just optimize this, it perfected it. Quick primer, kangaroo efficiency, tendons plus muscle synergy. Achilles-like tendons act like springs, storing and returning energy each hop. As speed rises, muscles do less work per meter. Efficiency increases. That giant tail? It balances the body and helps propel during walking. Breathing syncs with hopping. Body works like a bellows, cutting oxygen cost. Designed for distance, covering vast ranges across open country with minimal fatigue. Compared with similar-sized runners, hopping uses less energy per meter. Result, a masterpiece of motion, perfect for Australia's tough landscapes. Social life and behavior. Live in groups called mobs. Communicate through posture and movement. Males box for dominance. And yes, kangaroo boxing is real, but it's about balance and leverage, not cartoon punches. Big reveal, the real kangaroo secret. Here's the big reveal most people never learn. Kangaroos aren't primitive or simple animals. They are highly specialized survivors, perfectly adapted to Australia's toughest conditions. Their reproduction, movement, energy use, and parenting all evolved together into one of nature's most efficient designs. They aren't oddballs, they're masterpieces. If this video changed how you see kangaroos, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments what surprised you the most, and stick around, because the animal kingdom has way more secrets hiding in plain sight. Christmas may be over, but you know what isn't? Cats and dogs still freezing, still hungry, still waiting. This winter, your local animal shelter needs help more than ever. Please donate today and help keep them warm, fed, and safe.